There is a bigness to the Rockies that makes you feel like you can see everything coming. The peaks stand sharp against the sky. The valleys open wide. You can watch a storm build an hour before it reaches you. It is country that feels honest, like it has nothing to hide, because it hands you the whole view at once. That openness is the trick, because the same scale that lets you see a mountain 30 miles off is the scale an animal uses to vanish into a fold of rock 200 yards away. These are some of the wildest mountains left in the lower 48. Millions of acres where a predator can keep an entire life's routine within earshot of a trail and never be seen. The view tells you the Rockies are empty. The view is lying. Today, we are counting down 15 dangerous animals of the Rocky Mountains, ranked not simply by how much harm they can do, but by how completely they have stayed out of the picture you carry of these peaks. From the ones hiding in plain sight to the ones you'd swear on your life don't live here at all. Some of these you've hiked past. Some have watched you from a ridgeline you never thought to check. And the one at number 1 has been closer to you than you'll want to believe. Before we start, if you like the kind of thing that makes you look twice at country you thought you knew, take a second to subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel. And I want to know, which stretch of these mountains are you watching from or headed to? Drop it in the comments. Let's get into the list. Number 15, the prairie rattlesnake. We begin with the animal you're most likely to have already stepped over. It ranges across the foothills on both sides of the divide and accounts for the large majority of the region's snake bites. Its mottled brown pattern melts into rock and dry grass so completely that hikers walk within a stride and never register it. It gives that famous rattle, but not always, and not always in time. Number 15 sets the theme. The most successful animals here are the ones you never knew were underfoot. Number 14, the black widow. Somewhere in the cabin woodpile, the corner of the shed, the boot left on the porch, there may be a spider carrying a neurotoxin far stronger, drop for drop, than a rattlesnake's. The western black widow lives throughout the lower Rockies and specializes in exactly the places people put their hands without looking. She'd rather flee than bite, but a serious bite brings waves of cramping and pain that last for days, far from any hospital. Number 14 is the reminder that dangerous doesn't have to mean large. Number 13, the moose. Here's where most people's picture of danger breaks, because it isn't a predator at all. It's the animal that injures more people in the Rockies than bears and mountain lions combined. A bull moose stands taller than a man and can weigh 1,000 pounds, and unlike a deer, it doesn't flee. Over 80% of attacks involve a dog, which the moose reads as a wolf. People see a slow, harmless-looking animal and step closer for a photo. A cow with a calf or a bull in the rut closes that distance faster than anyone can react. Number 13 is the giant everyone underestimates because it has no fangs. Number 12, the mountain goat. On the high crags above the tree line, that white shape on a cliff face isn't as gentle as the postcards suggest. Goats crave salt, and they've learned humans provide it. In sweat, in the residue on a discarded pack. In popular alpine areas, they've grown bold enough to crowd hikers on narrow ledges and stand their ground. Those horns are black, sharp, and backward curving, and a goat once gored and killed a hiker in the northern Rockies. Number 12 is the animal whose danger comes from how comfortable we made it. Number 11, the western rattlesnake. Higher and more potent than its prairie cousin, it carries a hemotoxic venom that attacks blood and tissue, and it works the rocky outcrops and canyons hikers are drawn to for the views. Like all the region's rattlers, it holds still and trusts its camouflage, striking only when a boot comes down where it lies. People move through prime rattlesnake country in shorts and trail runners, certain they'd hear it in time. It owes them no warning. Number 11 is the mountain's patient killer in the rocks you scramble over without looking. Number 10, the elk. There are more elk in the Colorado Rockies than anywhere on Earth, and their familiarity is the danger. People see them on golf courses and town meadows and file them under scenery. But a bull in the September rut is a 700-pound animal flooded with hormones, carrying sharpened antlers, willing to charge anything he reads as a rival, including the tourist too close for a photo. Cows are just as dangerous guarding calves in spring. Number 10 is the postcard animal that turns into a battering ram twice a year. Number 9, the coyote. Everyone knows the coyote is here. What they get wrong is where. It has walked into the mountain towns, denning in the greenbelts of Denver and Boulder, working the ski resort base areas after dark, down to the outdoor cat left near the tree line at dusk. When one crosses a lit parking lot, the mind reaches for someone's dog got loose, because that's the only file most people keep. Number 9 belongs to the predator that moved into the towns while everyone agreed it was still out in the wild. Number 8, the bobcat. We're at the halfway point, and if you're still with me, you clearly want to know what shares this country with us. So if you haven't yet, this is the moment to subscribe. Because the animals from here up are the ones people refuse to believe are real. The bobcat hunts the entire Rockies, and almost no one sees one. Twice the size of a house cat and built to vanish, it keeps a hunting circuit through the brush behind the houses, moving at dawn and dusk, gone before you register the shape. When someone glimpses one, they insist a pet got loose. Number 8 is the ghost that's been watching the trails you walk every week. Number 7, the gray wolf. For most of a century, the wolf was gone from the central and southern Rockies, and many still talk about it as the past. Not anymore. Restored to the northern Rockies decades ago, it spread across Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming, and it's now been deliberately returned to Colorado, putting breeding packs into mountains that hadn't heard one in 70 years. A wolf hunts in a coordinated pack and brings down elk. Attacks on people are rare, but the animal a whole region wrote off as extinct is raising pups within a day's travel of the ski towns. Number 7 is the predator that came back while everyone still called it a legend. Number 6, the black bear. Everyone knows there are black bears here. What stops people cold is how completely they've learned to live off us. A large male pushes past 300 pounds, runs 30 miles an hour, and climbs better than you ever will, and the danger tracks food. A bear that connects a dumpster or a dog bowl with an easy meal loses its fear, and a bear without fear is a different animal. Towns from Aspen to Estes Park battle constant break-ins. Number 6 is the one you knew was here, doing something you didn't realize it had learned. Number 5, the Canada lynx. Now, the animals begin to surprise. The lynx is a deep forest ghost of the high Rockies, tufted ears, huge snowshoe paws, built to hunt hare in deep winter snow at elevations most people never visit in the cold. Nearly wiped out of Colorado and reintroduced in the late 1990s, it has quietly clawed back a foothold in the snowiest forests. Almost no one will ever see one. Number 5 is a predator most people don't know exists, holding on in the coldest corner of the range. Number 4, the wolverine. The most ferocious animal for its size on the continent lives here, and there may be only a few hundred in the entire lower 48. A 40-pound member of the weasel family. It's famous for driving bears and cougars off a kill through pure aggression, ranging staggering distances of high alpine and denning in deep spring snowpack in the most remote country the Rockies have. You could hike your whole life and never see one. Biologists study them through baited backcountry cameras. Number 4 is a legend of the high snow almost no living person has laid eyes on. Number 3, the grizzly bear. For the northern Rockies, this is the animal that rewrites how you walk through the woods. Distinguished by its shoulder hump and long claws, the grizzly is far larger and more assertive than a black bear. And it's expanding outward from Yellowstone and Glacier every year, into valleys where it hasn't been in generations. It isn't looking for people, but a surprised bear or a sow with cubs is one of the most dangerous encounters in North America. And it's moving into country that spent a century believing it was grizzly-free. Number 3 is the giant reclaiming ground the maps still say it left. Number 2, the mountain lion. We've reached the true apex predator of the Rockies, and it's so rarely seen that whole communities decided it must be scarce. It is not. Thousands move through this range. A big male tops 150 pounds, ranges across hundreds of square miles, and hunts by ambush in total silence. It lives in the canyons right at the edge of the mountain towns and watches far more people than it's ever seen by. Lions have appeared on foothill doorbell cameras and rarely attacked runners on popular trails. It's bedded in the rocks above a trailhead you've parked at, watching you load your pack. Number 2 belongs to the ghost that sees you almost every time you never see it. Number 1, the tick. And the most dangerous animal in the Rocky Mountains is one you'll almost never see, cannot feel, and may already be carrying. By the only measure that matters to human beings, nothing else on this list comes close. The Rocky Mountain wood tick carries Rocky Mountain spotted fever, a disease named for these very mountains that can kill within days if it isn't caught in time, along with Colorado tick fever and tularemia. No fangs, no claws, no warning. A creature the size of a pinhead climbs onto you from a blade of grass, and weeks later something in your blood is not the same. Every animal on this list hides, this one hides on you. Number 1 is the smallest thing in these mountains and the one most likely to change your life. So here is what this list is really about. Not fear. These are some of the most magnificent mountains on the continent, and they're worth every mile. It's about the gap between how open they look and how much they hold. The Rockies show you the whole sky and the far peaks, and let you believe that seeing all of that means seeing everything. You aren't. The lion is still bedded in the rocks above the trailhead. The wolverine is still crossing a snowfield no one will ever walk. And somewhere along a ridgeline you photographed on the way up, something was already watching you come. The way these mountains have watched everyone who ever mistook a wide open view for an empty one.